What's good, you guys? I hope you guys are having a great start to your week. I know we are here at the floor. But yeah, tonight's charting session. I hope you guys are ready to find some setups for tomorrow and possibly even the rest of the week, depending on how those setups decide to play out. But what's up, Dave? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But yeah, I know we're starting off the week hot here. It's been a good month so far. We've been green every day. So if you guys are not in the floor, make sure you click that first link in the description. It is a free trial for you to join and trade with us every single day while that free trial lasts. So whether you're here from Threads, whether you're here from Instagram, or if you're here from the floor, obviously you're already here in the floor. But if you're here from any of the other social media platforms, click that link in the bio, the description, or click any of the links in my bio. You guys get a free trial to trade with us until that free trial is up. But yeah, you guys are missing out on the action if you haven't joined so far. But yeah, I do want to go over today's trade real quick with you guys. So I was looking at Meta this morning. I was looking at this 702.81 level, and at that point in time, it looked about like this pre-market. We were looking at basically an inverse H, which is a bullish continuation pattern to the upside, obviously. Now, we actually had two different signals on this. One of them was from me, and one of them was from one of the other founders of the floor, Connor, if you guys are familiar with him. But I believe Connor got in on this candle right here at 937, played it through high of day, up through our level, and to my first target on this, which is where I ended up taking profits as well. So some people caught it from Connor's signal down here. I tried to play it a little bit safer for a scalp up here at this 702.81 level. Caught it from 702.81, got out on the break of 703.87, which took us through 704. Pretty much got peak sell on it at that point in time. We did have a pullback followed by another continuation to the upside before we pulled back, and I believe sold off the entire rest of the day. So yeah, beautiful trades this morning. Quick, easy scalp, quick, easy trade, no matter how you took that. So yeah, beautiful way to start off the week. What's up, Jess? All right, cool. But yeah, that's what we took this morning. And we're going to find some more setups tonight that we're liking for tomorrow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it here. I'm going through my watch list A to Z. If you guys have anything that you want me to check out whatsoever, make sure you let me know the stock, let me know the level, and I'm happy to take a look at that for you guys. But all right, let's start off. Oh wait, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to go over the news and the earnings. So news for tomorrow and the rest of the week. I post these first thing in the morning, Monday morning, every single week, so you guys can stay up to date on a daily basis. But if you're not in there, once again, we have pretty much no news tomorrow that's going to affect our trading day. Wednesday, we have CPI pre-market petroleum status report at 10:30, which this is one of those that obviously it's got an effect, but it doesn't really have that much of an effect on us. And then we have treasury statements at 2, which once again, it is important news overall, but while we're here at the desk trading, it's not the biggest thing to worry about. Thursday, we have jobless claims and PPI pre-market, natural gas report at 10:30, and really what I'm getting at here is pretty much every day this week except Friday, we have basically no news that's going to affect us while we're trading. Friday, though, we do have consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. That is something I always pay attention to. There's going to be a reaction in the market pretty much regardless of what's going on. So if the market's clean ahead of time and we can catch a clean trade, then great. If it's not, then we're going to wait till 10. We're going to have a reaction in the market, and then hopefully we can catch something from there. And then as far as earnings go, the only earnings I'm paying attention to this week are Chewy and Oracle. So Chewy is before open on Wednesday, and Oracle is after close on Wednesday. But as far as tomorrow goes, we have GameStop after close. I don't know if anybody's still trading that, but if you are, yeah, just be aware that GameStop has earnings after market closes tomorrow. But yeah, anyways, back to the charts here. Let's just take a look at Apple here and see. We're in a consolidation range right now, and I'm not too interested with really anything to do with Apple at this point in time. But if we get back up here to the upside, I do like 206.24. I really like 207.90, but we are quite a ways away from that right now. Airbnb, I'm all good. AMD actually looks really, really nice here at this. Let's see. Okay, so this was a gap to the downside previously, but this right here, we are looking at 122.52. Yeah, 122.52 looks really, really nice on AMD, especially on the larger time frames here. If you take this out even to like a 1-day chart, you pretty much have an inverse H here. So I do like that. Definitely going to be keeping AMD on watch for tomorrow, so I'm going to mark that and we will move on. Next up, Amazon. I actually surprisingly liked Amazon this morning too, but we ended up breaking, so I'm good on that for now. ARM, 141.60. If you like playing that stock, it's not one of my favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. But if you're having to trade ARM, 141.60 does not look bad. BA made new highs today. I literally talked about this last night. I said if we don't make new highs like early on in the morning, we're most likely going to make some new highs pretty soon, because we were basically bull flagging on the larger time frames, which obviously ended up breaking, and we saw quite the reaction from that. So that's cool. If anybody was around later day, or not later, but midday, and caught that. But overall on BA, I think I'm good. What's the reason Tesla contracts were so expensive today? Jess, I honestly don't know. I have not looked at Tesla all day long. I looked at Tesla pre-market, obviously, but not after open. I didn't like anything on it. Were they more expensive than a usual Monday, or just more expensive in general? Because on Mondays, obviously, Tesla is going to be quite a bit more expensive if you're comparing it to like Thursday and Friday. Coin, I'm all good. Gonna pass on that. PLTR all day strong. I will take a look at that, Dave. Crowd, I'm all good. I don't know what I still have that marked for. DAL broke what we were looking at yesterday, but with no contract volume. And then it pulled right back. Disney. And Disney's getting up there. Disney's getting up there. The unfortunate part about that, though, is there's really no setups. Yeah, I'm all good. Google looking good as well. This looks really nice, actually. 176.77 on Google. Looks beautiful. I would look at today's high as well for a entry on this. The main level is obviously going to be the larger time frame level, but if we're showing momentum, I'm going to look at today's high for an entry, because we're about to approach for our third test, and that's going to be a flat top. So that looks really nice. All right, next up, IBM. Man, this thing is strong too with no setups. Gotta love it. Okay, moving on here. Meta, obviously we caught Meta today. Ended up selling off pretty much the whole rest of the day there, and actually Meta to the downside does not look too bad. If we basically just if we gave it our last shot right there for the time being, we're probably going to see a pretty aggressive sell-off on this. So something I talk about, and I'm usually talking about it on the smaller time frames, but something I talk about pretty frequently is in any consolidation range, in any really pattern, trend lines especially, if we try and break out to one direction and we fail that breakout, that makes it so much more aggressive to the opposite direction. So let's say, I mean, you're looking at this on the larger time frames, 30-minute even, that's a failed breakout. 15-minute, that's a failed breakout. 5-minute, I mean, technically we spent some time above there, but all like 15-minute and up, all we did was wick that level. So that could be considered a failed breakout on a larger time frame, which, like I said, should have that same type of effect. So we could see some really aggressive sell-off tomorrow on Meta if we don't pick up strength and come back to highs. So I would actually be interested to the downside on Meta. But Meta has been very nice to us recently. So as long as it's giving us volume, as long as it's giving us momentum and some decent setups, I'm all for it. Microsoft, what did we do today? We ended up, yeah, I think I'm good on Microsoft. Not the worst looking thing in the world, but definitely not ideal. MSTR broke out of this consolidation zone as well. I love that. There's no setups on it right now, but it's definitely something I'd throw in the side watch to see if we do have anything pre-market. So I'll go ahead and mark MSTR, even though there isn't really a setup on it right now. But like I said, the potential for a setup is pretty solid because we did finally break out of that consolidation zone. Next up, MU. I talked about MU last night as well, but MU I'm not interested in until 114.80. So if we can get up there, I'm cool with it, but up until then, I am not interested. Saw a good play for y'all today. Mondays are bad for me at the moment. Yes, sir. Why are Mondays bad for you at the moment, Ward? Just track record or like life? Nvidia broke out actually pretty nicely on the initial break, and then we got a big sell-off, and then we came all the way back up, made a new high, and then got another big sell-off. So not really anything to look at on Nvidia. I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog. He literally, this is the only time he just will not chill out, is when I'm on mic. I don't understand. It's like all day he's chilling, and then the hour that he has to go right here and be quiet is the hour that he's the most loud. Let's see, but yeah, Nvidia, I'm uninterested. Moving on, Oracle has earnings. PLTR, we were strong all day on PLTR. You are correct, Dave. And I actually might look at, what is this? Thursday's high, 132.85. The only thing that worries me a bit about that is where we rejected last is literally to a T exactly where we should have rejected. So yeah, the only thing with that would just be I would need to see a lot of clear price action at 132.85 for me to take that trade, because where we rejected is literally exactly where we're supposed to. So and there's, up until we break and hold that, there's no signs saying that it shouldn't do it again. So if we are looking at that, I'm gonna have to see a lot of volume and a lot of momentum, clear price action in our direction. If not, I'm not gonna be taking it. Okay, Roku, not interested. Shop, I mean, we're far away again, but Shop, I like this 112.65 a lot. So I am going to throw that on the watch list just to kind of keep on there, because Shop is not one of those that I pay attention to a whole lot. So I don't want to accidentally overlook a nice setup on that just because it's far away. Snow, nope. Spy, looking good, but I don't really trade Spy that often, and I definitely don't trade anything. I trade pretty much intraday setups on Spy, so nothing for me to really chart out there. Then Tesla, I would look at Tesla's high, after hours high. Anything further back than today still doesn't look the greatest right here, but it was super strong leading into close, and obviously just having that high there, having basically a bull flag to continue this to the upside, I'm cool with looking at that. So yeah, let's see, what do we have? We have AMD, we have AVGO. No, we don't have AVGO. I didn't unmark that, my bad. We have AMD, we have Google for sure. Meta to the downside, MSTR possibly, PLTR possibly. All right, so we've got a good few setups here. Let's go ahead and get to making the watch list. Jess said SPX. What about it, Jess? I do like SPX, but once again, if I'm trading SPX, I'm looking at SPY and I'm trading SPX contracts, and the way that I trade SPY is pretty much all intraday setups. So like I said, there's just not much for me to chart out there right now. But let's see. All right. Does anybody have anything they want me to take a look at before we move on to making the watch list here? All right, I'm going to take that as a no and move on. But if anybody has anything that they want me to look at, just make sure you let me know at any time. I'll finish up writing whatever I'm writing and I'll take a look at it. So yeah, anyways, all right, AMD. We're going to pin this on top here and move over to AMD. 122.52. Okay, this, I'm gonna go ahead and change this to a different color. I'm gonna go ahead and also, yeah, there, that's cool. All right, 122.52, and then high of day from today was what? 122.37. All right. AMD looking, that is backwards, looking at the 122.52 resistance on the larger time frames for a breakout. Looking for an entry at high of day. 122.37. Taking this through the 122.52 level and targeting momentum into 123. Let's see, do we have any trends on this we need to worry about? All right, nope. Nope, nope. All right, beautiful. this all the way up to the, is this the 15-minute trend? Yes. That's 123.93. All right, AMD, cool. Moving on, Google. All right. All right, give me just a second here. Sorry, I wasn't talking through that like at all, but I'll go back over it in just a second. 30 minutes. Don't have anything on the 4 hour there, nothing on the 1 year, nothing on the 3 years. So, all right, go back to the 30-minute here. Overall, we have room up to the 30-minute trend at 178.10. Also, make sure you guys, especially if you're trading with us tomorrow, make sure you're looking at the right Google. The ticker is GOOGL. GOOGL. The amount of times that I've seen people like when they're like, oh, what are your fills? And like they're trading different contracts, the stock's at a different price. They're all looking at GOOG and we're all trading GOOGL. So if you're trading with us, make sure you're looking at the right Google. They move the same, but we're not going to be talking about the same things at all. So you're going to have to go find this setup on your own if you're looking at the other Google. Next up, we have Meta. There. At 689, 57. All right. Meta, since we failed to break out on the larger time frames today, we have the potential to see a very aggressive sell-off. I'm going to be looking at this 691.87 support from Friday's low. Below this, we have a 30-minute uptrend at 689.57 that could cause an even more aggressive response if we can break below. I'll be targeting the break of 690, then the break of our 30-minute trend on this setup. And honestly, I don't want you guys to miss out on these plays, but if you're not in there, there's a potential that we could hold this for a pretty crazy move. And really, that's only going to be determined once we can actually see what kind of momentum and what type of price action we're having on Meta. So it's not something that I can necessarily write out tonight, but there's a potential that we could hold this for a crazy move tomorrow if we get the price action that I'm expecting from this. So once again, if you're not in there, click the link. Don't miss out on any more plays, please. Let's see. Next up, we have MSTR. I'll just write it here, but MSTR is going to be going in the side watch. PLTR. All right, PLTR will be going in the main. Maybe not. Let's see. Looking at the 132.85 resistance for a breakout, I will need to see extremely clear price action on this before entry, where we rejected last and without signs of clear strength and consistent volume, we could see it reject the exact same way. If we end up taking this setup, I will be targeting a move to the 133.50 area with a final target of the 134 break. All right. Cool. Shop. I guess I'm not gonna put that on the watch list right now, but I'm gonna leave it marked, just because that is so far away. Then Tesla, a very strong end of day and close on this. Looking at the after hours high at, what's this, 315.65 for a continuation of this momentum to the upside, targeting a move to the 317. Let's see. Okay. Above this, I will, if we can easily All right, and then MSTR, we finally broke out of the large consolidation range on the bigger time frames. Looking for a setup pre-market to continue this momentum. Boom. All right, now it's time to reorder these bad boys and get them all color coded to make it easier for you guys. Let's see, what do we like best here? AMD looks really good. AMD looks really good. So does Google. So I guess I'm actually gonna put Google first. But they're still fairly similar here. So Google is upside, AMD is upside, Meta is downside, ELTR is upside, Tesla is also upside, and then MSTR, this one I'm going to put a different color because we don't actually have a trade idea on it yet. But that is... Oh, I just saw Marwan. What's up? We said CRWV 166 options came out today on the ticker. Let's take a look at this. 166. Let's see. These contracts actually don't have horrible volume. The spreads are not really anything worse than like MSTR. So I guess that's not bad. Decent contract volume. Spreads are something that we've seen before, even though they're not necessarily the absolute most sought after thing there. They're still not anything that we haven't seen before. So that actually does not look bad. I don't know how the stock moves though, so let's just go ahead and see. We were playing like a pre-market high breakout. What are we looking at here? Like 148.70. Okay. All right, so like a $4 move is not unusual for this. Just see once again. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad there, as long as we have volume and momentum. Breakouts are smooth like butter. Not like butter. All right. Well, if they're smooth like butter, then we have to add it. I actually really like that. Shout out to Louise. Wait, is that Louise or is that Louis? I don't know who I'm talking to when I'm not saying Discord names. Let's see. All right. CRWV. Okay. All right. Looking at the 164 resistance. I just want to confirm that is the all-time high. All right, cool. cool thing is if that actually moves like that consistently, that's going to be a super easy breakout to look for. Yeah, options came out today as well. Gotcha. Oh, I thought you were talking about the same stock. Let's see, CRCL. Yeah, I'm good. Sorry. Sorry about that one. I'm all good. Yeah. What can you guys tell me from the 1 year? This is looking like a beautiful 1 year right here. A weekly? Sheesh. Now that's a solid setup if I've ever seen one. Hold on. Let me move the camera for a little bit of that right there. A plus. So just in case you guys in here didn't know what an A plus setup is, it's this right here. When I see 2 candles like that, I know that's primed and ready for a move. But nah, actually though, that'd be something to keep a lookout for eventually. But yeah, I'm definitely all good on that one for now. But your what was that? Your CRWV, that looks sick. So we catch that tomorrow. I expect to see some shout outs to Louise. But yeah. All right, so that's what I've got for you guys as far as setups for tomorrow goes. If you guys have anything else that you would like me to cover while we're on live, I'm more than happy to. If you want to turn this into a little bit of a Q&A, or if you have any questions about any of the setups we're looking at, or if you have any questions about the floor, or what you get when you join the floor, if you're not in there already. But how do we send affiliate link? So Tyler, if you go to the affiliate program tab, there's a step-by-step walkthrough on how to get your affiliate link. And it's really not that difficult, and it's very self-explanatory. But if you want to take a look at it, let's just take a look at it right here together. I don't want to put my whole Discord up here, but literally step-by-step walks you through how to get your affiliate link right there. Not hard at all. But yeah, if you guys are in there, by the way, and you have friends that are interested in trading, definitely send them that link. Real friends help their friends make money. So don't be a fake friend. But all right, cool. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions or anything after the stream is over, feel free to DM me on any platform. I believe my Instagram, Threads, and Twitter is all in the description. I will say I'm a lot quicker to respond on Instagram than anything, but make sure you click that link in the description and join the floor. It's free for a limited time. So make sure you join, trade with us, make some money. T-Money today, I don't know if T-Money's in here right now, but T-Money today joined the floor today and already paid for 2 months of the floor with 1 trade. So, yeah. Ah, that is you. Got you. Got you. All right. See, there he is right there. Living proof. Living proof. But yeah, anyways, I will talk to you guys all first thing in the morning for pre-market review. If anybody needs anything, make sure you DM me on any of those platforms, or if you have me on Discord, DM me there as well. Make sure you're not talking to a fake me though, because if you guys see any copy trader this, crypto trader that is not me. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I will talk to you first thing in the morning for pre-market review, and let's crush it.